Scorpion from Mortal Kombat, exploring the deadly undead ninja. Get over here! The fabled Hanzo Hasashi, also known as Scorpion, is one of, if not the single most iconic character from the series of Mortal Kombat. Making his debut in the first Mortal Kombat game, Scorpion had always been a fan favorite, and as a result, he has been a playable character in every subsequent game to date. Even the co-creator of the series, Ed Boon, has mentioned that Scorpion is his favorite character, along with many others who share the same sentiment as him. The admirable ninja and assassin has left his mark wherever he has been presented, and in this video, we will cover everything you need to know about Scorpion. Scorpion is one of the original trio of ninjas in the Mortal Kombat series. Scorpion, Sub-Zero and Reptile formed the trio, all being a color palette swap of each other. Initially, Scorpion always appeared wearing a mask with white eyes, donned in a yellow costume and a menacing stance. When he removes his mask, his proper form is revealed to be a skull, sometimes on fire, and it is termed as Inferno Scorpion. Scorpion could be considered the personification of vengeance and wrath when first encountered. Most of his initial goals in the story are fueled by his retribution against individuals who have wronged him, particularly Sub-Zero, also known as Bi-Han. He would serve both good and evil out of pure self-interest, but his passion for revenge is so tremendous that he's frequently seen in the adversary group of the heroes, most notably on Quan Chi's side. But even though the earlier games portrayed Scorpion to be in a villainous role, he was never actually evil. Although his path of vengeance has coincided with the series' protagonists on multiple occasions, he's entirely motivated by his pursuit of retribution against people who have harmed him in the past, and not through any ulterior motives, be it good or evil. Although Hanzo Hasashi, Scorpion's human side, has a compassionate and noble side to him, this aspect of him is constantly suppressed and buried by Scorpion's need for revenge. He was a devoted husband to his wife Harumi, a great father to his child, and an honorable warrior and Shirai Ryu's best fighter. But after his clan and family were killed by their rival clan, the Lin Kuei, Hanzo was resurrected as the vengeful spectre from the Netherrealm, now known as Scorpion. Before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us, it means a lot. Thank you. Let's begin. Everything you need to know about Scorpion's past, entire gaming lore explained. The original timeline. Hanzo Hasashi was born to the ninja clan Shirai Ryu. Shirai Ryu is a Japanese clan that brought ninjutsu from China to Japan. A Lin Kuei warrior named Takeda defected from the Lin Kuei, and since it is punishable by death to leave the clan, he fled to Japan in hiding and offered his services to various lords and generals. Eventually, as he continued teaching his modified art forms of fighting, including the Lin Kuei tactics and secrets, his followers became known as the Shirai Ryu. Although they originated from the Lin Kuei, the two clans were always considered rivals to each other, as Takeda's teachings became revered throughout Japan and his ever-growing followers. The Shirai Ryu even mocked the Lin Kuei by dressing similarly but in yellow color. Hanzo Hasashi was named Scorpion due to his innate talent with the chain kunai and his unparalleled assassination skills. Eventually, he fell in love with the woman and even had a child. But he never stopped his ways of being an assassin, as he was considered to be the best fighter that the clan had ever produced. Hearing of his legendary skills, the sorcerer Quan Chi appointed his aide in acquiring the Map of Elements. Not interested in knowing what the artifact was about, Scorpion just aimed to finish the task. While attempting to do so, he stumbled upon the Lin Kuei warrior Sub-Zero in the Shaolin Temple. As they battled, it was Sub-Zero that came out victorious and killed Hanzo. Following his death, the Shirai Ryu was also slaughtered by the Lin Kuei, and Sub-Zero had apparently led the charge. It was later revealed, however, that it was Quan Chi who had mercilessly killed his family and his clan as payment to the Lin Kuei. Following his demise, Hanzo's soul was sent to the Netherrealm. There, he crossed paths with Quan Chi once again, and the sorcerer presented him with a choice. The choice between being laid in waste in Netherrealm forever or coming back from this hell to avenge everyone he loved by killing Sub-Zero, whom he believed to be the killer of his family and clan. Accepting Quan Chi's offer, Hanzo renounced his name and took on the mantle of Scorpion. Eventually, he came across Sub-Zero once again in the Prison of Souls. Unfortunately, he was defeated once more and the Lin Kuei warrior escaped. This had inadvertently motivated Scorpion even further to take his revenge on Sub-Zero. Scorpion returned to Earthrealm 2 years after being killed by the senior Sub-Zero and took part in Shang Tsung's Mortal Kombat tournament on behalf of Quan Chi. According to what Quan Chi informed him, he would get revenge on himself and his clan if he defeated Sub-Zero, but if he lost again, his soul would be sent into oblivion. However, Sub-Zero wouldn't be caught off guard until after Liu Kang had defeated Goro. Only then would Scorpion exact his revenge, eventually slaying the Lin Kuei fighter. Then he immediately went back to the Netherrealm. While in the Netherrealm, Scorpion was informed of the new tournament that was going to take place in the Outworld. Perplexed and enraged at learning that his murderer has somehow been revived, Scorpion made his way to Outworld, participating in Shao Kahn's tournament in search of Sub-Zero. However, Scorpion saw the Lin Kuei spare the life of one of his opponents during a confrontation. He would soon discover that this Sub-Zero was actually Sub-Zero's younger brother and not his killer. Scorpion made a promise to defend Sub-Zero as an act of atonement for killing his family. However, Sub-Zero would never be aware of this or the cause behind it. Later, as Shao Kahn invaded Earthrealm and was unsuccessful in conquering Netherrealm, Scorpion was unintentionally freed from his bond to the Netherrealm and started walking Earthrealm once more. He chose neither friends nor foes and swore loyalty to no one. But Scorpion's extraordinary fighting prowess caught Shao Kahn's attention and the ninja was enlisted in his army after some persuasion. When Scorpion learned that Sub-Zero was one of Earth's chosen fighters and thus one of Shao Kahn's targets, his fidelity to Shao Kahn swiftly fell apart. During the Earthrealm's defenders' last confrontation with the malevolent Emperor, Scorpion turned against Shao Kahn and supported the Earthrealm warriors. After Shao Kahn and his forces were beaten in a hard-fought battle, Earthrealm went back to its previous state, which led to Scorpion's re-entry into the Netherrealm. Sometime after his return to the Netherrealm, Quan Chi tricked Scorpion into killing the younger Sub-Zero that he had vowed to protect. After he successfully killed the Lin Kuei warrior, he learned the truth of how it was in reality Quan Chi who had killed his family and clan and not Sub-Zero. As he confronted the sorcerer, he was successful in taking Quan Chi with him to the Netherrealm. Scorpion would chase, brutalize and torture Quan Chi in the years to come while giving Quan Chi little to no chance of escaping. Eventually, Quan Chi struck a deal with Oni Dramin and Moloch to fight Scorpion on his behalf as he escaped his grasp from the Netherrealm through a portal. Although Scorpion was able to follow him through the portal, it did not seem to lead to the same place and Scorpion was left to scour around for Quan Chi. He was ambushed by Moloch and Dramin once more at Shang Tsung's temple and was thrown into the Solnado, which they believed to be the end of the vengeful spectre. Scorpion, however, survived the purity of the Solnado that would have torn him apart by escaping into the void. There, he crossed paths with the Elder Gods and even witnessed Raiden's sacrifice and Onaga's dominion taking shape. The Elder Gods, intending to make him their champion, enhanced his abilities and gave him great power. He was presented with the mission to put a halt to Onaga's conquest before he destroyed all realms. Unfortunately, Scorpion was defeated by Shujinko as Onaga tried to retrieve Shinnok's amulet from the Quan Chi. Scorpion would continue to search for Onaga through the realms, but it was unclear whether he ever encountered him or not, as it was later revealed that Shujinko defeated Onaga. Later, Scorpion was no longer willing to be the champion of the Elder Gods. This was a result of the agreement he had initially made to serve the Elder Gods. In exchange for his efforts, they would bring about the resurrection of his wife and son as well as the Shirai. Although the Elder Gods kept their word, They brought the Shirai Ryu clan back as Hellspawn warriors, much like Scorpion himself. Furious as to what he saw as their treachery, Scorpion resolved to exact revenge on the Elder Gods by destroying Taven and Dagon of Eden, who were essential for their preparations to avert Armageddon. Subsequently, in the Battle of Armageddon, Scorpion fought on the side of the forces of darkness. He was one of the few combatants to make it nearly to the top of the pyramid, alongside warriors such as Shinnok, Shao Kahn, Raiden, and more. Sub-Zero's Corey Blade unfortunately killed him, but it was unclear whether it was Sub-Zero himself who killed Scorpion or not. As the timeline shifts, the original story of Hanzo's damnation remains the same, with Quan Chi performing as the puppet master to get what he wants by framing Sub-Zero for the death of Hanzo's clan and family, and him becoming the vengeful spectre from Netherrealm and taking up the mantle of Scorpion. Scorpion participated in Shang Tsung's tournament under Quan Chi's command in order to get revenge on Sub-Zero, the Lin Kuei assassin who killed him and other members of his family and clan. Scorpion insisted that Shang Tsung make him fight Sub-Zero after his first bout in the competition, stating that he would be executed for killing his family and clan. However, the Shaolin monk Kung Lao, who had been posing as a masked guard, unexpectedly confronted him. Scorpion once more asked to confront Sub-Zero after defeating Kung Lao, but Shang Tsung declared that he would make no demands and instead chose Nightwolf as Scorpion's next opponent. Before their fight, Nightwolf made an attempt to talk some sense into Scorpion by suggesting that his anger was misplaced and that he should take a different path. Scorpion rejected Nightwolf's advice because he believed that the path Nightwolf had chosen only dishonored his kind and ultimately defeated him. Scorpion demanded for Sub-Zero once more, this time with more sternness, but Quan Chi immediately reassured him and made him back down. Scorpion's triumphs impressed Shang Tsung, who assured him that he would face Sub-Zero soon enough. As Raiden saw a vision where Scorpion successfully kills Sub-Zero, inadvertently leading to the creation of Noob Saibot, the Thunder God attempted to persuade the Spectre into sparing Sub-Zero's life. Upon his refusal, Raiden mentioned that he would request the Elder Gods to revive Scorpion's family and clan if he cooperated. In a moment of recognition, they leave as Scorpion ponders over his own thoughts. Soon after, Scorpion was provoked by the Lin Kuei assassin's sector in Cyrax but kept his calm as he was only thinking about the resurrection of his family and clan. Shang Tsung declared it to be a challenge as Cyrax pushed Scorpion and the three engaged in battle. As Scorpion defeats them, he is approached by Sub-Zero. Enraged at his sight, Scorpion took them both to Netherrealm, where they engaged in mortal combat. Initially, Raiden's words had an effect on Scorpion, and upon defeating Sub-Zero, he decided to spare his life. Seeing this, Quan Chi appeared and ordered Scorpion to kill him. Knowing that the Spectre would not only comply until provoked, Quan Chi conjured images of the slaughter of the Shirai Ryu and Hanzo's family by the Lin Kuei. Seeing these horrific images and witnessing his wife and son's death at the hands of the merciless Sub-Zero, who backed them into a corner and ignored their cries, filled Scorpion with a burning rage. As an injured Sub-Zero pleaded for mercy and explained that it was not him in those memories, Scorpion did not want to hear any more words from him and revealed his skull to be engulfed in flames by lifting his mask. As Scorpion reappeared in the throne room where other combatants and Shang Tsung awaited his return from Netherrealm, he lifted the decapitated and scorched skull and spine of Sub-Zero. This meant that he did not take Raiden's deal and finished the Lin Kuei assassin, Sub-Zero. With emptiness in his eyes and his head hung low, Scorpion engulfs himself in flames and disappears. Towards the end of the tournament, a pairing of Quan Chi and Scorpion was pitted against Liu Kang, but the Shaolin was able to defeat them both in Mortal Kombat. Scorpion was called by Quan Chi to Shao Kahn's tournament to fight against Kuai Liang, Sub-Zero's younger brother, who had assumed the mantle of Sub-Zero and was seeking revenge on his older brother, Bi-Han's killer. Scorpion saw right away as he came out of the Netherrealm that the Sub-Zero in front of him was not the same one he had previously battled and killed. As Kuai Liang mentioned that he was fighting to avenge and honor his elder brother, Scorpion engaged him in battle after yelling that he had no honor. Although defeated, Scorpion made his escape as the cyber Lin Kuei captured Sub-Zero before he could finish him off. As events transpired, Scorpion was confronted by Raiden during Shao Kahn's invasion of Earthrealm as he wanted to have a conversation with the sorcerer Quan Chi. Upon his refusal, Raiden is annoyed and expresses his thoughts on Scorpion's failures to restore his family by not making the right decisions. This enrages Scorpion as he engages Raiden in a fight. He is defeated by the Thunder God and teleports away as Quan Chi appears in the mix. With the invasion of Earthrealm still at large, we next see Scorpion battling Johnny Cage under the command of Quan Chi as he interrupts the heroes while they are making their way to Raiden's Sky Temple. Sometime later, as Sonya and Johnny were attempting to infiltrate Quan Chi's fortress, Quan Chi ordered Scorpion and the Revenant versions of Sub-Zero and Jax to fight them. They are defeated by Sonya, but Johnny is mortally wounded in the battle. Raiden teleports inside the fortress to stop Johnny from turning into a Revenant while Sonya battles Quan Chi. Successful in saving Johnny, Raiden also reverses the spell that Quan Chi had on Jax, Sub-Zero and Scorpion. This had resurrected Hanzo completely back to his human form. With the resurrected Hanzo Hasashi, it is 5 years before the events of the game that we next see him as he is training Takeda Takahashi. Takeda is able to best his master in a spar, and Hanzo, being incredibly proud of his pupil, elevates him to the rank of Chujin. As Takeda expresses his excitement for serving the Shirai Ryu, Hanzo refuses and explains to Takeda that his future is not with the clan. Confused, Takeda is approached by his long-lost father, Kenshi. Angered at his sight, Takeda engages him in a fight while Hanzo attempts to convince him that Kenshi is not an enemy and that he never abandoned him. Kenshi then confesses that he left Takeda in the capable hands of Hanzo for training and protection. With the father and son now reunited, Hanzo's promise to his fellow warrior was fulfilled. During the same year, Hanzo was invited by Kuai Liang to the Lin Kuei Palace. He is told by the Grand Master of the Lin Kuei that they should cooperate as they both have reorganized their clans to defend Earthrealm. Hanzo, who is suspicious of his former nemesis, wonders whether this portends that Sub-Zero would eventually admit that the Lin Kuei was responsible for the slaughter of his clan, the Shirai Ryu. Then, Sub-Zero describes how he executed Sector for entirely transforming the Lin Kuei into cyborgs, and how he later learned that his clan had already lost its honor prior to the Cyber Initiative. However, they are interrupted by one of Sub-Zero's pupils, Frost, who attacks Hanzo. Believing this to be a setup and an ambush, Hanzo defeats Frost and proceeds with the intention to kill Liang. Before he could do so, the Grandmaster saves him from a surprise attack from Frost and states that she acted out of her own accords and that his words prior were completely true. Seeing this, Hanzo forgives his old nemesis, and Sub-Zero shows him that it was Quan Chi who eradicated Hanzo's clan and family as repayment for Lin Kuei's service. Sector eventually refused to fulfill his agreement as Quan Chi resurrected Hanzo as Scorpion. As both Grandmasters forgive each other for their sins by understanding that their true enemy is Quan Chi, they both bow to each other as Hanzo thanks Liang for informing him of the truth. With a newfound respect for each other, they depart ways and gain each other's allegiance in the battle to protect Earthrealm. In the present, Sonya is approached by Hanzo and the Shirai Ryu as he is informed that Quan Chi is being held captive at their refugee camp. As Hanzo demanded that the sorcerer be handed over to him, Sonya refuses, which ends with the Shirai Ryu attacking the special forces. Not wanting to harm anyone in his pursuit of Quan Chi, he had ordered his clan to simply subdue the special forces while he defeated Sonya, Johnny and Kenshi as they attempted to stop him. As Quan Chi pleads for mercy, he refers to him as Scorpion. Hanzo slaps him and states that he is no longer Scorpion. While Hanzo is brutally beating Quan Chi for his trickery over the years, fears and killing his family and clan, he is interrupted by Devourer, who is successful in delivering Shinnok's amulet to Quan Chi. Before Hanzo could kill the sorcerer, Quan Chi was able to free Shinnok through the use of the amulet while Devourer distracted Hanzo. Even though he was successful in decapitating Quan Chi and finally avenging the death of his family and clan, the looming threat of the elder god Shinnok had been reawakened in front of them. In an effort to stop the fallen elder god, Hanzo attacks him alongside Sonya, Kenshi and Johnny, but Shinnok is able to overpower all of them. Subsequently, he captures Johnny and departs from the camp alongside Devourer and the Revenants. Beaten, Hanzo informs Cassie Cage of the destination that the Elder God must have gone to. 2 years after Earthrealm's forces were successful in defeating Shinnok, as Kronika attempts to rewrite history for the creation of her new era by erasing the existence of Raiden, the past version of the Revenant Scorpion is time shifted to the present. This version of Scorpion sides with Kronika as she is promised a revival of his clan and family in her new era. We see the present-day Hanzo continuing as the Grand Master of the Shirai Ryu. He accompanies Sub-Zero in his mission to stop the Cyber Lin Kuei initiative as a time-shifted Sector and Cyrax begin to kidnap the Lin Kuei warriors and transform them into cyborgs. With only Sub-Zero remaining from his clan and a possible return of the cyborg army, the two Grandmasters attempt to infiltrate the Cyber Lin Kuei to avoid history repeating itself, where the corrupted Lin Kuei would attack the Shirai Ryu under Sector's command and lead to Hanzo's damnation. The two Grandmasters are successful in their mission as they defeat the cyberized version of Frost and a revived Bihan under the name of Noob Cybot, whilst freeing Cyrax from his cyberized enslavement and eventually killing Sector. Due to the demolition of Raiden's Sky Temple and the Special Forces base, the only two places for the Earthrealm's defenders to be safely residing were Sub-Zero's Lin Kuei Temple and the Shirai Ryu's Fire Gardens. Hanzo welcomes his allies to the Fire Gardens as a place for them to safely recuperate in. As Raiden explained that the Elder Gods had perished and Cetrion and Shinnok were both Kronika's children, Hanzo came to the realization that it was the Titaness herself who was responsible for the death of his clan at the hands of Shinnok, Quan Chi and Sector in many timelines. Hanzo then makes his way to Charon to appoint his aide in the battle against Kronika. Later, Scorpion shows up to face his current counterpart, who was transformed back into a human when he beats Devourer, who was torturing Charon because he wouldn't help Kronika. Scorpion sees the current Hanzo Shirai Ryu as tainted and flawed and believes Kronika can bring the Shirai Ryu back to their real potential and original lineage. The current Hanzo, who is aware that his former self only sided with Kronika in order to bring back their wife Harumi and their son Satoshi, excluding other original Shirai Ryu clan members, wins the battle between the two Scorpions. Hanzo informs Scorpion that one of Kronika's objectives is to bring Shinnok back to life, and in reality, he is the one who caused their family and clan's demise. Scorpion, persuaded by Hanzo's words, cuts off Devora's pincers and forces her to flee when she ambushes Hanzo and poisons him with her venom. Before passing away in Scorpion's arms, the poisoned Hanzo explains to him that the Shirai Ryu fighters are distinguished by their hearts, not their blood. In an attempt to fulfill Hanzo's wishes, Scorpion teleports to Raiden's base of operations and is delighted at the sight of a replenished Fire Gardens and realizes what Hanzo said to him with his dying breath was true. As he engages a suspicious Sub-Zero, he is electrocuted by an angered Raiden who is showing signs of his corruption under the influence of Shinnok's amulet. As Liu Kang interferes and tries to persuade Raiden not to follow through, Raiden falls to his knees and subsequently throws the amulet away and gets up to heal Scorpion. Raiden had realized Kronika's manipulation and reformed himself, vowing not to be pitted against his ally Liu Kang anymore. He explains how in every timeline Raiden and Liu Kang had fought, resulting in Liu Kang's defeat due to Kronika's machinations. Later, Scorpion joins the fleet of the Earthrealm warriors against Kronika's forces and rallies alongside Fire God Liu Kang. In the aftermath of the final battle against Kronika, the original fight between Scorpion Scorpion and Sub-Zero does not take place as Scorpion was reformed after his meeting with Hanzo. Scorpion and Sub-Zero are interrupted by present versions of Shang Tsung and Fu Jin, who are traveling back in time to attain Kronika's crown. Believing Fu Jin to be corrupted as he is siding with Shang Tsung, Scorpion and Sub-Zero subdue the sorcerer and fight Fu Jin. However, they are defeated by the Wind God. As Raiden appears with Liu Kang, all of the warriors are informed of the timeline that Fu Jin and Shang Tsung had come from. During their briefing, Kronika freezes everyone in time apart from Fu Jin and Shang, who are able to fend off the Titaness through the powers of her crown, weakening her in the process, subsequently freeing the others. Towards the end, both Scorpion and Sub-Zero are not seen in Charon's fleet leading to the final battle, and their fates are unknown. He then proceeds to murder Hasashi's son in front of him without showing any mercy, chained up as he's approached by the sorcerer Quan Chi. Hasashi is under the impression that his sorcerer has mysteriously rescued and saved him. In return, Quan Chi wants to employ him to fight for him in the Mortal Kombat tournament, release Quan Chi's master, Shinnok, from his captivity, which he's been in for a very long time. Quan Chi even promises Cage, a Hollywood actor. Both these participants, however, are there only for their own purposes and not realizing what is at stake. Ends up killing them all. Sub-Zero makes an appearance while Johnny and Sonya are pursuing Kano to save Jax in the slaughter of the Shirai Ryu. Enraged at this revelation, Scorpion removes himself from the spike pit and vows to take revenge. Scorpion then demands Quan Chi to be presented in front of him, and Shang Tsung offers both him and Earthrealm as a reward if Scorpion defeats Liu Kang. Exploring Scorpion in other movies and TV shows. In the 1995 Mortal Kombat live-action film, Scorpion made a brief appearance and was played by Chris Casamassa. It depicted both Scorpion and Sub-Zero as slaves under Shang Tsung's rule. The iconic kunai spear was shown to be a living snake-like creature with limited fight range that Scorpion would shoot out from a slit in his hand. He was eventually killed by Johnny Cage in the Mortal Kombat tournament. Mortal Kombat Annihilation in 1997 was the sequel to the original film, and Scorpion was played by J.J. Perry. He was again working under a higher authority, it being Shao Kahn this time. Following orders of the Outworld's Emperor, an attempted assassination of Liu Kang and Kitana was foiled due to the interference of a younger Sub-Zero. Scorpion would then appear and defeat Sub-Zero, debilitating him and subsequently kidnapping Kitana. He is never again seen in the movie. Scorpion is also depicted in the 1995 animated film Mortal Kombat: The Journey Begins as one of Shang Tsung's subordinates along Sub-Zero. Throughout the course of the movie, a narrated computer-animated battle scene explores the historical connection between Scorpion and Sub-Zero. Scorpion made a single appearance in one episode of the 1996 animated series Mortal Kombat: Defenders of the Realm. There, his rivalry with Sub-Zero is explored further, but there was no mention of Sub-Zero killing him. Scorpion instead served as an independent warrior on the side of evil. His kunai spear was depicted as a green snake-like head attached to a chain. In the 1998 television series Mortal Kombat Conquest, Scorpion is again played by Chris Casamassa. He has a minor role where he commands his lover Perron to execute Sub-Zero's sister. Sub-Zero, in retaliation, kills Scorpion's lover, and this subsequently culminates in a rivalry between the two. Their battle ends in a stalemate as Kung Lao, Zero, and Tarja, who are the main characters of the show, arrive and interfere with their fight. In the 2010 live-action film Mortal Kombat Rebirth, Scorpion is played by Ian Anthony Dale. We see him being a voluntary prisoner, as he is referred to as Hanzo Hasashi, while being interrogated by Deacon City Police Captain Jackson Briggs regarding an underground fighting tournament that Shang Tsung had hosted. In the 2021 reboot of the Mortal Kombat film series, Scorpion makes a minor appearance and is played by Hiroyuki Sanada. The story follows the demise of Hanzo Hasashi in Japan in the 17th century at the hands of the Lin Kuei assassins led by Bi-Han, who killed the members of the Shirai Ryu clan, including Hanzo's wife and son. Hanzo had killed several of the attackers but was defeated by Bi-Han, who stabbed him with his own kunai. With his dying breaths, Hanzo tells Bi-Han to remember his face. As his soul was condemned to the Netherrealm, Raiden arrived and took Hanzo's surviving infant to safety as Bi-Han had failed to notice him. The young infant had carried the Hasashi bloodline, and in the year 2021, Cole Young was the final descendant of the bloodline. Cole was gifted a kunai by Raiden and was told that the weapon still had Hanzo's blood on it and that using it would allow Hanzo's spirit to come alive once again and fight alongside him. In a confrontation as Sub-Zero abducts Cole's family to face him one-on-one, Cole is overpowered by Sub-Zero and uses the kunai as a last resort. This results in the appearance of a vengeful spectre known as Scorpion, who realizes that Cole is his descendant and assists him in defeating Bi-Han. Scorpion ends Sub-Zero by using his Hellfire and protecting Cole and his family in the process. Before departing, Scorpion thanks Cole for freeing him and requests him to take care of his bloodline. What makes Scorpion such a dangerous opponent? Scorpion is one of the strongest warriors in the Mortal Kombat universe. He is far superior in physical prowess to any normal human being through intensive training and enhanced abilities as a wraith. Also, as a vengeful spectre, Scorpion can endlessly chase his targets as his soul is bound by revenge until the death of his wrongdoers. Being a spectre from Netherrealm, Scorpion has command over Hellfire and complete immunity against it. He can scorch the ground his opponents walk on, throw fireballs at a range, surround himself in flames, or breathe hellfire by removing his mask and using his burning skull in order to incinerate his enemies. Scorpion also possesses the ability to teleport, and he is usually seen teleporting behind his enemies to surprise attack them. He can also conjure portals to and from the Netherrealm, which he has used in the past to trap his opponents with him in hell. Due to his undead nature, Scorpion can reform himself from any physical injuries while in the Netherrealm, and he no longer ages. He is also capable of summoning demonic Netherrealm minions that can attack his opponents on command. He can order them to hold his enemies in place, explode in contact, or even summon flaming skulls that can shoot projectiles at will. Apart from his demonic abilities, Scorpion is also a master martial artist, being dubbed as the best that Shirai Ryu clan has ever produced. He is incredibly proficient in using his signature chain kunai and sword in a battle that he uses to pull enemies closer and slash them, dealing lethal damage. The kunai, connected to a sturdy chain, is the weapon of his choice. In ancient Japan, this weapon was known as a kyoketsu shoge and symbolized the stinger of a scorpion. Sometimes hellfire is added to the sphere to give it additional strength and piercing power. Conclusion: Scorpion is a character that is often misconstrued to be an entity fighting on the side of evil due to his menacing appearance and his demonic powers. But his character had always been solely motivated by his desire for revenge. In his bloodthirsty ways, he is often seen interrupting the hero's plans, but once he regains his mental calmness, he understands the fault in his ways and tries to make amends even if it endangers his life. Being misdirected and used as a pawn for Quan Chi's deeds for most of his life with the promise of his family's revival left Scorpion with no choice but to obey the sorcerer to exact his revenge. Eventually, even though it results in the release of the fallen elder god Shinnok, seeing Hanzo Hasashi get his revenge on Quan Chi as he decapitates him is one of the best moments that a long-term fan of Scorpion could have wished for. There is no doubt as to why Scorpion has been a fan favorite ever since his debut in the first Mortal Kombat game. He continues to be a character that we all love and appreciate. Everything from his appearance, abilities, and voice lines to his character development over the span of 30+ years has been nothing but delightful. In the eyes of the fans, Scorpion had always played an anti-hero type role, and seeing Hanzo come full circle eventually was the kind of development this character deserved. Scorpion's iconic rivalry with Sub-Zero is one of the most well-known and revered rivalries in the fighting game genre, and it has seen many iterations and parodies along the way, but nothing comes close to the original. We hope you liked our exploration of such a significant character from one of the best fighting games of all time, and if you would like to see more such videos, stay tuned as we explore more of your favorite characters from the legendary series Mortal Kombat. And if you liked our content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already. Have a good one and be safe. Thanks everyone.